If you see through everything and beauty emerges, I will be free. Safe, you keep in touch across time.
Hey y'all, it's me, Lynn Danielle Treasure, coming to you today from my kitchen book nook. So it is Friday, November 4th, 2011, and it's still quite early. I woke up early. There's no school today, right? So kiddos are off, teachers are off. It's a day that I have lots to do, lots of planning and preparation and other things here around the house. But I was able to have a couple of conversations this morning early, and those conversations just really sparked this video. I was thinking, are you the problem or are you the catalyst for improvement? I was on Facebook early, and I got one of those posts about someone's link about 50 Cent's new novel. It's a realistic fiction novel called Playground, and it's about a kid who is a bully. He has moved from the New York City environment. He was living there with his dad, and his parents, I guess, split up, and his mom moved to a suburban area, and she was trying to go to school to become a nurse and to improve their lives. So she brought her son with her and enrolled him in a, community school or a neighborhood school. And he was angry. This kid was angry. I think the main character's name is Maurice. He was angry and began to bully. And he is made to visit a psychiatrist or a psychologist to discuss his anger issues. But 50 Cent wrote this book, and in the link that I looked at today, the video, 50 said that the idea that he got for the book was birthed from a conversation he was having with his son, his 15-year-old son, Marquise, I think is his name. And in the conversation, Marquise was telling 50 about a boy at his school who was being bullied. And 50 had to come to grips that when he was at the age of his son, he was the aggressive, the dominant figure on the playground. He was not bullied because the environment he grew up in and was nurtured in was a harsh environment, a life or death environment. There was no room or capacity for the softer human qualities of love and nurturing and compassion. It was survival of the fittest type of environment, and in order for him to make it and to keep his life, he had to learn to have no problem with showing others that he had no problem with problems. So do you see yourself as the problem or a problem, or do you see yourself as a catalyst for improvement? You know, the story of 50 Cent fascinates me for this reason. Because I am an urban girl my own self. I was raised in a two-family home, but in an urban environment. And in the environment where I grew up, I saw examples of love. I saw examples of compassion. I saw empathy. I saw people loving, having fun, and caring for one another. But there were also times when the harsh, cold, painful aspects of life reared their ugly heads and were dominant, But that was not my everyday existence and experience. So I think we share a commonality in the fact that we both have urban upbringing, poverty. When I was a little girl, we had needs. We had financial needs. And a lot of people of color in that time had needs, financial needs, because the society was still quite unequal and opportunities for us were very limited. So people will survive in the best ways that society will allow them to survive. I see people like Dr. Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks, Jesse Jackson in one point of his career in the earlier days, as problems in the eyes of some people, but catalysts for improvement in the eyes of those who were suffering. They brought about an uncomfortable presence because they spoke aloud and they behaved in ways in public that went against the rules of society. And those rules were oppressive to a group of people like me. So society can be the bully. Society, the rules of society can bully us and can dominate us into submission, or they can push us and prod us and coax us into becoming catalysts for change and improvement. Not just change, but improvement. So, yeah, I think, I view myself as a catalyst for improvement. I think I have been viewed as the problem by others, but you have to look at the motives behind the acts. When you examine Dr. Martin Luther King's life and the motivations of his speaking and marching and bringing a change in our country, his motives were not to instigate and to, it was to instigate, because to instigate is stirring up the pot. But his motives were pure. He was coming from the perspective of advancing and improving society for an oppressed group of people. That was his motivation. His motivation was not to be seen or to gain attention or to cause problems for our country. So, those of us in today's corporate environments, in the educational, medical fields, technology, those of us who are from oppressed groups, who, we're trying to advance, we're trying to improve and enhance those institutions. Be change agents, be agents for improvement, and do it well, do it skillfully, do it masterfully, and do it in a way that is going to bring a positive outcome for everybody. Let it be a win-win situation. Open the gates and let us in. Let us be players on this field of life, and recognize that if we have the skills and abilities, don't bully us into submission, but open the door and make room for us. So I'm going to read 50 Cent's book, Playground. I found it on Amazon. I'm going to see if I can get it here at the local library first, just to really see the language of it, because I hear some of the language may not be appropriate for school-age kids, but, if that's for the parents to choose, but I'm looking at it so that, to determine if it's something I should put on my classroom shelf. If not, then, I will not, but if it is, then I will. I may even read it to my students, I don't know. So, all right, that's my thought for today. Thank you all for watching my videos. Be sure to rate my video thumbs up. Be sure to leave comments in the comment section and subscribe. All right, I gotta go.